Hi friends, today today I'm starting fifth problem. The last class, 11th one, got the clarity of think clarity of 10th one, 11th one. I hope you got clarity on that problem. Today, first I wish to begin with fifth problem. Actually, this fifth problem model we have worked out already, but why should we take chance? Let me again. I since we have done problems, various adjustments. Those adjustments have been covered in this one. Okay, let me begin with this. The following information relates to the business of Mr. Shiv Kumar, who request you to prepare a trading and P&L account for the year ended 31st March 16, balance sheet as on that date. We got the opening balance of building, closing balance of building, furniture opening, closing, motor car opening, closing stock. You can see is notable absence, opening stock is missing. So closing stock is given, bills payable, cash and bank balance has been given, debtors opening is given, closing is missing, bills receivable opening is given, closing is given, Data's opening is given, closing is missing. I think generally we know that stock we are getting through trading account. It has to be the case. Whenever we got the information of missing trading stock is missing, definitely by this time I think it's very clear to unless otherwise any other way they may be giving you the data to find out the stock. But generally, so far whatever we have seen is uh, based on the information on percentage of a profit. I think that we can ascertain through trading account. Percentage of profit will be given based on that, like sales we can get and we go closing stock is already there. So purchase we can get it. I think definitely we can do it. And one more thing you can see so far in this whatever the information so far we have seen, Creta's closing is missing. Creta's closing is missing means sales and purchases he might have given you some other source. Uh, so going for means source means here I'm talking about credit sales or credit purchases, with which we can able to find out the closing data and also closing creditors. Now coming back to the next point here is the capital is missing. So I think opening capital is very clearly evident from this information. Opening capital is missing. To find out. Then, cash transaction during the year included the following besides certain other items. So when we talk about cash transaction, because since we got the cash and bank balances, we need to go by that. Sale of old papers and miscellaneous income. You know where is to where we need to take this. 20,000 is given. Miscellaneous trade expenses, including salaries, okay, and collection from debtors, payment to creditors. I think these two informations are sufficient for us to prepare debtors account, creditors account. But we need only credit sales and credit purchases. If I can get those two information, debtors account closing balance, we can find out creditors account closing balance also. You can find that we have to ascertain. Maybe somewhere you'll be giving the information. And I told you, this receivable account information is also important for us to go for debtors accounts. So is the case of bills payable for creditors account. Other information: bills receivable drawn during the year amount to 20,000 rupees and bills payable accepted rupees 16,000. Some items of I think the bills receivable drawn during the year amount to 20,000. Bills payable accepted means bills receivable to debtors, creditors to bills paid. We got the information on drawn and accepted. This is important adjustment. Some items of old furniture whose written down value 31st March 15 was 20,000 was sold on 30th September 15 rupees 8,000. Depreciation is to provide on building and furniture 10% per annum and on motor cars at 20% per annum. Depreciation on sale of furniture to provide for 6 months and for additions to building for whole year. So what he's saying that some items of old furniture whose written down value on 31st March 15 was 20,000. So the furniture information which we are having 60,000 on 31st March 15 is including furniture worth the 20,000 which was sold on 30th 7 15 for 8,000. Depreciation to be provided on building and furniture at 10% per annum and a motor car at 20% per annum. Depreciation on sale of furniture to provide for 6 months. He's saying that even whether it is given or not, since the date of sale of furniture has been given, 30th September means obviously we need to calculate from 1st April 15 to 30th September 15. For how many months we need to calculate? 6 months we need to calculate to find out profit or loss on sale of furniture. To find out profit or loss on sale of furniture, I need to have written down value of furniture that is sold on 30th September 15. 30th September 15 written down value. To get written down value from 20,000 rupees, I have to calculate depreciation at the rate of 10% for 6 months. Then if I calculate 20,000 10%, it is coming to, and for 6 months is 1,000 rupees. No? So 20,000 minus 1,000, it is coming to 19,000 written down value. Has been sold for 8,000. Means we are getting a loss of 11,000 rupees. This is on sold part. So if you take out this, it's very clear to you. From 60,000, if you take out 20,000 book value of furniture that has been sold, you'll be having 40,000. Now 40,000 furniture has become 68. It means it's simple. I think this is what slowly you develop thinking about without even completing the problem. You can visualize that this 28,000 is nothing but addition to furniture. Got it? I think that also we can cross check later. Addition to furniture, you can see here, my dear friends. Addition to furniture, additions, and for additions to building for whole year. Not only addition to building for anything, and we don't know when the furniture has been purchased. You can see some of the old furniture whose written down value on 31st March 15 was 20,000, sold on 30th September 15. 30th September 15. And was sold on 30th September 15 for 8,000. Depreciation provided on building and furniture 10% per annum. And on motor car at 20% per annum. Depreciation on sale of furniture to provide for 6 months and for additions to building for whole year. He's talking about addition to building for whole year, means he's giving indirect in that. Furniture also there is addition, but that has not been mentioned. So he is cleverly created a problem where he's giving a false impression that this is the only addition to building. Yeah, building is addition. 320 minus 360. 40,000 is addition. Building. Including building, you have to calculate depreciation for full year. Because the reason is that when building has been purchased, we don't know. But he's saying addition also we need to calculate. That means on 3,60,000 we can calculate depreciation at the rate of 10%. What I'm saying. And somebody, I think they put a question to me. And just I'm explaining. Sir, how you will be knowing it that this is after depreciation or before depreciation? Very clear. There's the appreciation of the value. Appreciation of the value means addition. Definitely it has to be addition. It can't be sale. But for sale, unless he gives the information, we won't be knowing it's a sale or something like that. So this 320 to 360, 15 to 60, there's a 40,000 appreciation. It's a building. So this 320 or 360 we assume is without depreciation. For this I have to calculate depreciation. Clear to all of you. So that I think will be, if you open cash and bank also, that also can be known to you. So, but I think furniture I've explained, but about furniture hasn't mentioned anything. The furniture addition, I think when you open cash and bank account, you'll be knowing it. Similarly, motor car, there is no addition. So this 80 remains means depreciation to be provided on these things. Okay. Now, of the data, the sum of 8,000 should be written off as bad debt and reserve for doubtful debts to be provided to 2%. I told you reserve for doubtful debts won't be taken to debtors. In one of my previous class, I told you to make a note of it. So bad debts is to be taken to debtors account and provision is to be taken to P&L account and again to be deducted from debtors after deducting bad debt. This is what generally we do. You learn in adjustment. But my dear friends, here since we have opened a debtors account, 8,000 rupees will be taken to debtors for finding out closing debtors. What we need to do, the second effect will be adjusting in debtors account. So bad debts will go to P&L account. Provision for doubtful debts you can calculate directly on closing debtors which you are going to get by opening debtors account. And that 2% we should be debiting to profit and loss account, and that should be deducted from consent. That should be deducted from sundry debtors. Okay. And Mr. Shiv Kumar has been maintaining a steady gross profit rate of 30% on turnover. I think this you all are aware of it, and this that 30% turnover is information which is needed for us to find out the GP ratio. I mean, for purchases. Then outstanding salary on 31st March 15 was 8,000, and on 31st March 16 was 10,000, and on 31st March 15. He's saying that like previous year outstanding will go to opening balance sheet, current year outstanding will be taken to closing balance sheet. And second point is that previous year outstanding is to be subtracted, current year outstanding is to be added. Then profit and loss account is having a great balance of 40,000 rupees. Yeah, this is something which is unique. I think you all are aware that profit and loss account great balance. Profit and loss account had a credit balance of 40,000 rupees means like we have done in one of our previous problems where the vertical source and application of funds we have seen. So capital will be different separately should will be showing, and to find out the capital opening statement of affairs, this P&L account trade balance will be taken to the balance sheet liability side, and this is will be continued in the closing balance sheet also. And if there is a profit, it is to be added to this 40,000. If there's a loss of current year profit, current year P&L account through current year P&L account, it is to be subtracted. If it is current year net result, it is to be added. If current year net loss, it is to be subtracted. I think this is one more important point you all should understand. That means in this particular mode, they are not adding profit, they are not adding loss, they are not adjusting profit or loss to capital, they are adjusting profit or loss to P&L account. This is simple words. Maybe they are following a fixed capital method approach. Like current accounts, we add profit to current account or some sort of that particular thing. So here we have to go by instruction. So the net profit of current year is to be added to 40. If there is a net loss, it is to be subtracted. But the profit or loss will not be adjusted to 20% of total sales and total purchase are to be treated as for cash. I think it is very clear to you that this cash purchases, if you assume total purchases as 100, this is 48,000 is equal to 20%. 80% is going to be credit purchases. Similarly, cash is equal to 20%, and 80% is question mark. So 80% is question mark, this 80% is question mark. I think you'll understand it. If I'm assuming purchase or sales in 100, 20 is cash, 80 will be credit. No? This is total sales or total purchases. This is cash. He's saying that 20% of total sales and total purchase are treated for cash. No? So now we want credit sales and credit purchase. I think you know that 80,000 into 80 by 20 is credit sales. 48,000 into 80 by 20 is going to be your credit purchases. And these two information we need to take to prepare trading and to prepare data account and to find out the missing information of data and creditors. So, okay, let me begin with this doing the problem. And then, and also there's one more point. Yeah, he has given that adjustment. I thought he has not given that actually. Additions in furniture account took place in the beginning of the year. And there was no opening provision for doubtful debt. So, I think I've already told you that this information is not given in that direct. Even if this information is not given, we can ascertain. But I think having said he has given this information, that too he says that addition to furniture took place in the beginning of the year means on new addition also you need to calculate depreciation for full. So what he's asking at exactly request to prepare trading and P&L account for the year ended and balance sheet. Okay, so I think let me start doing this with working notes. What I need is actually first working note is state of affairs. State of affairs for opening capital. Second point, this statement of affairs. Point number two, who you cross, closing the doors. Third account, data's account, closing data's. Fourth one, bills receivable account. We got opening bills receivable, closing bills receivable drawn, but bills receivable honored is missing. So I told you, even if you want, you can do one thing. You can link us and bills receivable. This is for bills receivable honored. Class account, class account for closing balance. Bills payable account, bills payable account. This is all same for bills payable honored. The next, sixth one, still we can find out this why we are opening cash and bank is additions to furniture. To find out additions to furniture, we can go for cash and bank account because we don't have cash column and bank column separately. And bank, even let me cross check the furniture account. Sorry, this is furniture. closing balance, depreciation, the account also for closing balance, depreciation, then let me go with to begin income, year ending 31st March 2016. I think you're also copying down simultaneously. I told you to go through this problem. Some of you might have attended this already, or those who haven't done it, just you can listen to this finally. As at 31st March 16. Okay, so let me begin with this first. Simultaneously, I'll be going opening all these things at a time. Let me start with building 320 and building account also have opened now. Balance brought down lakhs 20,000. Then I got furniture 360. I'll tell you because this is after addition. No? Okay, we'll do one thing. Why balance carried on 360? I'll tell you the reason. Then this building also to be taken to where balance sheet. This amount we will write later on. And next, furniture 60, 68. So working notes. It's also working notes. Furniture to balance brought down 60. Balance carried down 8. Furniture opening balance sheet 60. You open, all of you have opened the accounts. Those who are not opened account, please pass it and then you open the account. Then you can go for simultaneous posting the way we do on the board. Okay. The next one, Patakar 80. Balance 80. It's working out. After depreciation, we can write it. Part 80. Next, stock opening listing. I got closing, closing stock. Stock, I need to show stock that is working more stock. And in trading account, I should write opening stock, some balancing figure, my closing stock, 40,000. This whether 28,000, 16,000. My balance brought down. This whether 28,000. Balance carry down 15,000. Now this bills payable also has to be taken to where balance sheet going to be capital. Bills payable 28,000. Closing balance sheet that we will be getting from working notes number 1. Table closing. Bills payable 16,000. Cash and bank balances 180 and 104. Cash and bank closing balance sheet is there. No cash and bank 4,000. I also opened here. Balance brought down. High balance carry down. For this problem, cash and bank balance is not required because without opening cash and bank, also we'll be getting the information of what is it called as addition to per furniture and addition to building. So just to cross check, we are opening cash and bank. I think slowly you will be knowing it. It's for every problem, cash and bank balance is not required. Generally, cash and bank balance when it is required, I have already given you in my notes in the beginning. when to open cash and bank account or cash account and bank account or cash column, bank column or cash book, whatever it may be. Okay. So now this is to be taken to opening balance sheet also. Cash and bank 1,80,000. Like 80,000. After that I got debtors 160. That's 160. Bills receivable 32. Receivable plus 1 lakh. Back to debtors. Balance not. Buy balance carry now. Going to balancing figure. Bills receivable to balance brought down 30. Balance brought down 32. And we got closing balance also. Buy balance carried on 28. And creditors got buy balance brought down. Balancing. So what I need to do is that the debtors opening, of course, closing working notes, bills receivable, closing. I should take to uh, closing balance sheet. Let me already open closing balance sheet. I am writing first notes number two. Then bills receivable. I got 28,000. And then creditors. I'll be getting the information from working notes number. Here, creditors working notes number four only. Uh, Bills payable I've already written there. Bills payable I've already written in the closing balance sheet also. Okay, my dear friends, then let me cash transaction during the year included the following besides certain other items. Sale of old papers and miscellaneous income 20,000 rupees. Good. What we need to do now? This will be taken to a cash book debit side and also P&L account credit side. So P&L account any this much space. So buy sale of 20,000. And this also I need to take the cash book. No? Cash book. Cash and bank. Then miscellaneous trade expense. Trade expenses here I should write Miscellaneous trade expenses. The amount 80,000, including salaries. Doesn't matter. What are the account you have opened? Miscellaneous trade expenses. And this is to be taken to profit and loss account, P&L account, and you write it here. Miscellaneous trade expenses. We are reading the problem got previous year outstanding, current year outstanding. The next collection from debtors. So in cash account to debtors, debtors 2 lakhs. In debtors account, by cash. Okay, by cash 2 lakhs. Now next one, cash purchases 48,000. Cash purchases 48,000. Cash book. My purchase is 48,000 rupees. Okay, I need to take this to trading account. Eight thousand. I am writing in the column creditors, cash credit purchases. Payment creditors 1,84,000 and cash is 80,000. I first let me take to cash book. Or let me show here. By sales, I got cash sales of 80,000. To this, I need to add credit also. Then we go to cash book. Sales. And payment to creditors 184. Creditors 4,000. In creditors account, cash bills receivable drawn during the year amount to 20,000. Bills payable accepted 16,000. Bills receivable account. Bills receivable to debtors. 1,000 rupees. And in debtors account. By bills receivable 20,000. Bills payable accepted 16,000. Bills payable accepted means entry creditors account debtor to bills payable. Amount. Bills payable account entry Set creditors to bills payable in bills payable by creditors. $16,000. Next, sum of items of old furniture was written down value on 31st March 15 was 20,000 was sold on 30th September 15. So I've already explained you. So let me take you to furniture account. Furniture account. Now let us see this. Furniture account, what has happened? All furniture was sold on 30th September 15 for 8,000 rupees. So I think this you will understand it. Most of you from 12th standard commerce stream. I'm not opening a separate working notes is not required. In one of our previous problems, we have detailed discussed about it. So what I'm doing here, first I need to find out bank. That is whatever I'm using cash or because both are together. No? Let me write cash or bank, whatever it may be. Since I'm using cash for every transaction, I'm writing cash 8,000 sold for 8,000. And you know that I have to calculate depreciation up to the date of sale. 20,000 is the book value of the furniture. You can see 20,000 is the book value of furniture sold on 31st March means year beginnings 20,000. I need to find out return down value on the date of sale. That is after 6 months. What is the return down value is going to be? So for that, I need to calculate depreciation at the rate of 10%. Depreciation 10% only, no. Depreciation to be provided on building and furniture 10% per annum and motor car 20%. So for building and furniture 10% only. 10%. And for how many months I have to calculate for 6 months, you will be getting 1,000. So you know that 20,000 minus 1,000, I said 19,000 is the written down value on the date of sale. It has been sold for 8,000 means what is the loss? 11,000. This is loss on sale. No? Loss on sale of furniture. This is transferred to which account? Profit and loss account. Now, if you look at this at this particular point of time, you'll be understanding this. 88,000 is the total on the credit side. And here difference balancing figure is cash. How much will be getting? 28,000. This is addition. This is furniture to cash. After adding this 28,000, you are having a balance of 68. The 68,000 rupees is including new furniture purchase. This 68,000 is before depreciation. This is addition. Okay, clear to all of you? This is going to be your say balancing figure. Yes, why I'm splitting it? If I don't split it, you won't be getting what is addition. So to avoid confusion, I am writing to on two balance brought down. Dates again will be confusing to you. Notes dates are not so important. Two balance brought down 8,000. So, and he said that this furniture has been purchased at the beginning of the year. Even if you want to write 88, you can write 415 season in is 31st March 16 before depreciation. 31st March 16 before depreciation. Same, no? 31st March 16. Now you calculate depreciation on 68,000 because we've learned already an adjustment date. Furniture also has been made. Addition to furniture account took place in the beginning of the year. All of you. So I have to calculate depreciation on 68,000 at the rate of 10% per annum is coming to 6,800 here. Now 68,000 minus 6,800, it is coming to 51,000. 51,200 is going to be your balance carried out. The closing balance 61,200. This 61,200 is going to be taken to balance sheet. So let me complete building. Then these two postings simultaneously we can go for respective. Then depreciation on sale of fund to provide for 6 months and for additions building for a whole year. About buildings also I told you. You can see building it, there's no sale, but we got difference of building 320 and 360. This is nothing bad to do using cash now to cash. 40,000 is nothing bad. Additions made to building. Addition. Addition means new building, further building purchased or extended or made for construction or something like that. Addition is balancing figure. Okay. This will become two balance brought down. This is before depreciation. This is also before depreciation. Now you calculate depreciation. Same date. Again, this also made in the beginning. No? For 15, so building also purchased during the beginning of the year. 1st March 16, 1st March 16, 1st March 16. I am writing same date is because to indicate that the same balance I am writing before depreciation. Don't write 1460 because without, I mean, using you just I am splitting it. You understand? Even without account also you can with so small statement the depreciation you can calculate and you can directly go to balance sheet also. It's your convenience. Just I'm explaining in detailed manner. That's it. So by depreciation, you know that 3,60,000 same 10% is a depreciation. No, we have learned it. What is the rate of depreciation? Building and furniture. 3,60,000 into 10% is coming 36,000. 3,60,000 10% coming to 36. Nothing but 3,24,000. Okay. So this is your building balance after depreciation. Now let me go for the posting of this. You know that this cash realized, uh, this cash paid for furniture. These two things first. Let me take to cash book. Cash book, furniture sold for 1,000. We also bought furniture purchased 28,000. We got it. We have seen this addition to furniture 28. Similarly, we got addition to building. So by building, I hope you all are following this, my dear friends. By building, and whenever you got any doubt, please send a message to me so that I can clarify any particular point in coming classes. Whatever doubt you got, please let me know. Okay. So by building 40,000, so this posting has been completed. Then now look into this loss on sale and depreciation is to be. I got two depreciations. No? Depreciation and depreciation of the remaining furniture, loss, and also building depreciation. This to be taken to where profit and loss account. And leaving some space here because some adjustments are there for miscellaneous trade expenses. This is including salaries. And including salaries here. And two, depreciation on furniture. I got two categories. Sold, remaining. Sold, I got 1,000. Furniture account we've seen. A sold part 1,000, an unsold part 6,800. 6,800. 1,000 plus 6,800, 7,800. And to loss on sale of, okay, let me put the depreciation. Then I can go for loss. Depreciation on being also I've calculated is coming to 36,000. Depreciation in building 36,000 clear. These two things I have taken. And I'm also having to loss on sale of furniture. These things I was able to get through which account? Furniture account. Furniture and building account. Now the book values. I've already got it. This closing balance is after depreciation. This balance carried in is also after depreciation. So now I can directly take this to balance sheet. Building furniture. Building 3 lakhs 24,000. I got it. 324. Furniture 61,200. And I also got now motor car. This is before depreciation. No? So a small correction. Motor car depreciation is to be calculated by mistake. I think I've written there. Please take a note of it. Make a correction if you copy down 80. Say this is before depreciation. No? Motor car depreciation. I think I'm not seen here. It's given. And on motor car 20% per annum. Friends, motor car less depreciation at the rate of 20%. So these things, working notes I have mentioned. No, it's motor car depreciation. You don't need any working. The reason is that you don't have adjustment of this. So 10,000, 3,000, 10,000. You'll be getting this motor car depreciation. Also, I'll be showing in and loss account. Car 10,000. Yeah, this is completed. Back to this. This adjustment has been completed. Of the data, a sum of 8,000 rupees should be written off as bad. I think here, one thing I think here I have explained, but we haven't posted it. Complete first this one, then will come back to this. Cash purchases concept. I think this is 20%. No? Because for that, I'm not going for separate working notes. Okay, it does. So, to find out credit purchases, am I right? Credit purchases, you can see here. So, let us assume total purchase or total sales as 100, 20% is cash for this particular problem because he said 20% is cash in both the cases, either for cash purchases or for cash sales. Is 80%. So, instead of going for separate working notes, you'll understand. 48,000 is equal to 20%, 80% how much? 48,000 to 80 by 20. 8,000. I've already explained you. If you want any total, I've already explained you. 8,000 into 80 by 20. Assume also you're giving me the right answer when we are doing the previous problems. 8,000 into 80, 90, Also, similarly, for sales also I can do it. Again, sales is also is mentioned. Why? Because I have not taken that it is somewhere here. 20% of total sales, total purchase certificate test for CAD. That is why I think I have not taken earlier, but no problem. Since I have gone for it, let me complete. 80,000 is equal to 20%, no? 80% how much? 80,000 to 80 by 20. Here, credit sales, debtors account, sales, 80,000 into 3 lakhs 20. Now I think I can take this information to trading account also. Credit purchase I got 1,92,000. Credit sales I got just now 3 lakhs 3,000. It's coming to 40,000. Clear? This is completed. The data of sum of rupees 8,000 should be written off as bad debt and a reserve for doubtful debts is to be provided. I think this adjustment has already been completed, my dear friends. Now, of the data, the sum of 8,000 should be written off as bad debts means it should be taken to where task account first. Told you number of times provision is not to be taken to task account. My bad debts 8,000 rupees. Okay, this is also provision we calculate later on after getting the closing balance we can calculate. And Mr. Shivkumar has been maintaining a steady gross profit rate of 30% on turnover. I think I can go for now find out the gross profit. If I can find out gross profit, I can find out opening stock. If I can find out the opening stock, I can go for statement of affairs. I can find out what is it called as opening capital. Gross profit carried on is saying 30% of turnover means on sales 4 lakhs. 30% it will be 1,20,000. 30% it is coming 1,20,000. Let me take this 440 credit side. Okay. 440 minus 40 plus 120. Being a opening stock balancing figure of 40 plus 80, 320 plus 120, 440. So this is 80,000. This is opening stock is going to be the balancing figure. So you know once if you got gross profit carried on, it will become gross profit brought down 1,20,000. So let me take this to here. Stock is complete. This adjustment has been completed. Person is missing, that we need to find out. Kumar has been maintaining. This is also completed. This is pending. Outstanding salary on 31st March 15, 8,000, and this is 10,000. So now outstanding salary previous series 8,000. And also you can notice here we are also having 31st March 15 P&L account has a credit balance of 40,000. P&L account credit balance means it's very clear P&L account balance they are not adding to capital. Loss account credit balance is 40,000. This also written here. Let me take to the closing balance sheet here. Closing balance sheet also you should write same P&L account because I am writing whenever current year you may be having profit or loss, it is to be adjusted to profit and loss account. That is why I am writing here P&L account again 40,000. Clear. Then next, I am also having some outstanding salary for current year. I hope you are all following this. 40,000 is nothing but the previous year P&L account balance will continue. If there is any addition that is to be added, any profit of current year is to be added, any loss is to be subtracted. If this P&L account is not there, I think obviously we'll be adding to capital that what we have seen in the previous problems. I mean, right? Since he has given P&L account that this particular accountant or the code of maintaining account is that current year profit they are not adding to capital. It means the capital is they are maintaining as a fixed capital. Okay? And what is current year outstanding salary? 10,000. This is also to be taken to balance sheet 10,000. Okay. So these two salaries is to be taken to profit and loss account. You know that previous year outstanding salary to be subtracted. It is 8,000. And current year outstanding salary is to be added. It is coming to 10,000. Clear? So is 80,000 minus 8,000 plus 10,000 is coming to 82,000. This is your salary. This adjustment has been completed. For this adjustment also we have discussed already. Additions to furniture took place. Okay, so now you know that why PBD is said that it has said that not there. If PBD opening is there, it will be taken to opening balance sheet, and you need to compare between PBD bad debts and new PBD for debiting to profit and loss account. For that reason, I think this is important. Coming back to this template, missing information, so we need to go one by one, and we can close all the accounts at a time. So let me start with this opening statement of affairs. You can take the calculator. 320, 3,20,000 plus 3,000 plus 80,000 plus 80,000 lakh 80,000 3,000 lakhs 12,000 3,000 bills receivable honored. No? So bills receivable honored will not have any impact because I got opening balance and bills receivable drawn during the year closing balance. This obviously has to be by cash. Why I am cross-checking this? Because if there's any information which is missing, two possibilities: bills receivable honored, bills receivable dishonored. So when bills receivable honored is missing, no information of bills receivable dishonored. So obviously it is to be only bills receivable honored balancing figure. 20. 8,000 going to be 20. 24,000. 24,000 is going to be your balancing figure, and this is to be taken to cash book, bills receivable, then those data now 60 plus 320 480 480 minus 2,20,000 minus 32,000. This is before calculating the data. Percent PBD 2040 46,960. This is what I have been telling you. Deduct PBD from data, but we don't show PBD in data. And bad debt, since we have already shown to data, no need to deduct bad debts. 2,46,960. I have already explained in one of our previous model. This PBD is to be debited to profit and loss account. How much we got? 5,040. So now our account is also closed. Yeah, I can close bills payable first. Here, bills payable again. This is accepted, so obviously it has to be bills payable on it. To going to be balancing figure. Okay. In 44,000, 15,000. Why I am doing first, because to explain you bills payable account, if it is dishonored, is having impact on creditors account. Just to cross check, I am starting with bills payable. Clear? So in cash and bank, I should write buy bills payable. Buy bills payable 28,000. Okay. Then next in creditors account, I can close this creditors account. Uh, plus 1,92,000, 3,12,000, plus 1,84,000, 16,000. The fourth account which is also completed. So these creditors will go to closing balance sheet. No, closing balance sheet at 12,000. And also let me write the capital. Also, what is the capital we got? It's also to be taken to closing balance sheet. 7,16,000 balancing figure. Same capital will be taken to where? Balance sheet. 7,16,000. So now you can close the cash and bank balance. I think cash book should close, should tally. Let me cross check this. Back 80,000 plus 1,000 plus plus 80,000 plus 8,000. 5 lakhs 12,000. Correct these things. It should be 0. 3,000. 0 means that our calculation is correct. 8,000, 4,000, 40,000 minus 8,000 minus. So means the furniture missing information. Even that you can't ascertain to furniture account also, you can find out the furniture account or machinery account information of additions through cash book. So that is why I think it is clear cash book is only where cross checking. So in this problem cash book is not required. To prove a point, if I orally explain, you'll be having doubt. That is the reason why I opened the cash and bank in study method. Something if you are having this kind of problem, I think there they'll be showing furniture as a missing information. So furniture account without opening cash and bank account also, you can find out furniture missing information through opening of furniture account that I have already explained. I think this is clear to all of you. Now, everything is completed. Finally, I have to go for finding out net profit. So, gross profit 120 plus, I think seems to be debit side is showing more. So, let me begin with the debit side total. I think we'll be getting loss. Debit side is showing more. Yes, first having loss, I think 7,800, 36,000, 11,000, 5,040. We'll be getting debit side more. Lakh 57,840. Lakh 57,000 minus lakh 20,000. Big four. Here we have not written bad debts. Yeah, that is a mistake. Bad debts you have taken there, but we have taken to profit and loss account, my dear friends. Bad debts, you can see. Bad debts where we have taken. I told you bad debts need not be deducted from debtors. Bad debts has been taken over here. Debtors account, what is the amount of bad debts, my dear friends? Yes, I think we have not taken by mistake. So bad debts, 8,000. So now what happened? 7, 8, 40, I got it here. Yes, the 1 lakh 1,65,840. 1,840. I think you got the clarity on this, my dear friends. Bad debts is debited to debited to related to debtors account and debited to profit and loss account. And since bad debts has already been taken to debtors account, I told you it need not be deducted from debtors because closing debtors is after deducting bad debts but before PBD. Repeat once again. Closing debtors which you are having is after deducting bad debts before PBD. That is the reason why PBD has been deducted. But bad debts and PBD both is to be taken to profit and loss account. This you learned in final accounts. This is a new point to you at all. Okay. Just while copying down, I think I forgot to take them back. We are getting a net loss of 25,840 net loss. Balance sheet. Okay, clear. Now, I told you this there seems to be following fixed capital. This net loss is to be adjusted. P&L account. Previously, we used to adjust from capital. This time we are adjusting from your profit. 40,000. Everything has been completed. So we can cross check the balance sheet total. This or not, let us see. 7,16,000 plus 14,160. 10,000. 8 lakhs. 8,160. 4,000 plus 40,000. 15. Into 0 means liability 0. Balance sheet has been tallied. I hope you got the clarity of this problem. Only one more problem I need to explain, a small problem that is of a farmer that we'll take in the coming class. Right, thank you. Meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye. God bless you.